Hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in. Hmm. These last few days have been somewhat transformative. Saturday, I had a medicine ceremony. I've attended a few different types of ceremonies over this past 2 years, year and a half, really. Hmm. And one of the things that I've noticed is that the medicine itself isn't even necessary. The psychedelic can help to smooth some of the internal resistance and mistrust and help to open your heart in a way that allows you to really share with others. But the same thing comes from meditation and intention. And every one of these ceremonies is preceded by the participants' effort in intention setting and preparation. Mm. When we set our intentions to be present, to receive whatever messages we need to receive, to be an embodiment of love, and to gather together with the idea that we're here to support one another, to express ourselves authentically, to practice love, to be open to giving and receiving. Mm. These intentions allow us to truly connect on a deep level with others and with ourselves. And we can bring these intentions into everyday life. Every ceremony I've attended, whether there was medicine present or not, after the initial greeting of, saying hello to each of the people and maybe a little bit of catching up and sharing stories. When the ceremony is ready to start, to begin, we stop and we gather and we rest in silence for a few moments to recenter Often there's some form of prayer, perhaps a meditation, mm, a speaking out of these sort of ground rules or guidelines so that we're all on the same page as to how we're showing up, how we're going to hold space for one another. Mm. And what I find to be very powerful in a lot of these is for people to have the space to speak their intentions for the ceremony, whether that's to heal some aspect of themselves or to have to be open to experience, to gain clarity. Mm. Saturday was especially beautiful because it was a true group ceremony where everybody was participating in the creation of it. We played music, mm, drums, handpan, shakers, a little bit of flute. Mm. And the connections that we form in this space that we create are much deeper because we are all there with open hearts and open minds. We were able to speak our truths and express struggles that we have been having and be supported and loved in that space. Mm. One of the most beautiful things is that we can all perform these kinds of ceremonies. They're not, it's not necessary to have any special kind of training, especially if there's no kind of medicine involved, because we are the medicine. You are the medicine. Through your practice of being authentic, of discovering who you are authentically, of being that loving presence, being kind and considerate, thoughtful, appreciative, of expressing what needs to be expressed, what you feel coming through you. Sometimes those things sound rude, and you can try to soften them, but what needs to be said needs to be said. One of my friends at the ceremony sings so beautifully, and most of the songs she sings are from her past experience, and they're so sad. But her experience isn't that anymore. And one of our other friends had said something about that to her, like, hey, all your songs are like really depressing. Let's find you some new music to sing. And I'd been thinking that same thing for a while, but I never said anything because to me it felt like, I don't know, some aspect of that felt intrusive. But it was so beautiful during ceremony to be able to explore that with her, and our other friend ha- brought some suggested music to her, and it was wonderful to play with that together. And she was so grateful to hear that because she had known it internally as well. She had felt it, but to hear it expressed by somebody else brought that truth to the surface so she could really sit with it and move forward with it. When we speak uncomfortable truths with love, they can be received more fully. And if you feel a truth coming out of you, sit with it. Feel it. What does it mean? Is it coming from fear or is it coming from love? Share your truths in love. Live life as ceremony with awareness, with love, with appreciation, with grace for yourself and for others. Mm, mm. I think that's the message for today. Go with love. Mm. Peace and blessings.